Hello. Okay, next tutorial. This look is very random. I'll say that now. You'll hear the words random and sporadic quite a lot throughout this tutorial. It's basically a look that is it's a recreation of a look of one of my most famous makeup artists, if that makes sense. Alex Box. You must have heard of her, or if you've not heard of her, you must have seen some of her work. But I forget if I'm getting my facts right. I'm pretty sure she is the founder of Illamasqua, the makeup company. Yeah, she's famous for doing these incredibly random, on the spot, really colourful, sometimes really colourful, stunning, bold makeups, and this is one of them. So I've just tried my best at doing a direct copy of it. It's a completely sporadic, random makeup that looks like it's completely thrown together on the last minute, but it's really not. It's a lot of there's a lot of method to it, if that makes sense. So yeah, that's all I can think of saying about this look, really. So if you'd like to see how to recreate this look, stay tuned. So as usual, I'm going to block out my eyebrows. I'm not going to show you guys how to do it in this video because I want to save some time up. So I'll pop a link here to one of my previous tutorials. If you just watch the first few minutes of it, it will teach you how to block them out. So I'm going to do that and get back to you. So now that I've blocked my eyebrows out, and I've also randomly painted my nails while I was waiting for the glue to dry, the Spirit Gum to dry, I painted them multicoloured because I know this look is going to be particularly multicoloured. So yeah. Anyway, off on a tangent, I'm going to be using some Snazaroo Clown White, all on its own, not mixed with anything, all over my face, making sure to press on the eyebrows, just not rather than stroking them, just so it doesn't lift any of the wax up or anything like that. And I'm also going to cover my neck with it as well. Then I can take a kabuki brush and buff out all of these streak marks. And I've not gone mad, I'm deliberately going in my hair because I'm going to have my hair up, so it's going to be sprayed different colours anyway, so you might as well go as close to your hairline as you can get and go in your hair, why not? And I'm sure I've shown you guys this tip before, but just in case you've not seen it, I'm going to cover my ears as well, but as I hate putting makeup brushes in my ears, so I'm sure you guys don't like it either, so what I tend to start doing, what I've started to do now is take the colour, the Snazaroo colour, and just pop it into the kabuki brush, just in the centre like that. And then it doesn't feel the greatest of sensations, but it's better than sticking a brush in your ear. And then you can just literally buff the colour in your ear. So when I was happy with the coverage, I went over it with some Grimas translucent powder, just pressing it in with a powder puff, just so that it gets rid of all the shine and the colour distributes more evenly. So I think for this look, I'm going to probably do the majority of it with my Grimas eyeshadow palette, purely for the fact that they're the most pigmented colours I've found pretty much so far. I mean, out of everything, I mean, aside from my MACs and my Barry M's, but these are in a lot bigger pots, and the colour does look really nice when you put it on white. So the idea of this look is it's completely random patches of colour, and everything about Alex Box is random, so yeah. So the colours are just going to go in random places, and I'm going to start with the yellows, which is number 281, which is my bright yellow eyeshadow. So bear with me, because this is going to look weird, I think, until it comes together. Hopefully it won't look too weird even when it's done, but... So I'm going to take the yellow and a fluffy brush and just start applying that in random places. So I'm going to do exactly the same again with the blue, which is number 384, I believe. And these colours, from what I can see from my reference pictures, kind of, I mean, they're still random, but they're kind of act as a contour, sort of, like there's a strong one just on the cheekbone here. So try not to make it too symmetrical or too neat, because the idea is once you've got a heavy amount of colour on there, I can take a fluffy brush, a bigger fluffy brush rather, and I can just fluffy it out in the style I would like a kabuki brush, like with my foundation. So although I've done sort of symmetrical on my cheekbones and on my hairline, I'm not making it symmetrical, so don't try, just blend it out so there's harsh bits of colour and then there's bits that are tapered off, like here. Then again with the pink, which is a 680, I believe. Yeah, 680. And yes, I'm aware it looks weird, but so then I can do exactly the same and I can smoky that up. I'm actually going to take some Barry M Dazzle Dust in 834 Deep Jade. It's like a really nice, like turquoisey blue. I just think I want to add some darker blues in places, so I'm just going to put a bit more in tiny, not everywhere, but in little places. So add dark colour, and I'll blend that out really, not like huge amounts out, but you'll see. So not overly blend it out, just smoke it out enough, but not enough so that you don't see the line that you've just drawn, basically, yeah. So some of this I've done deliberately symmetrical, but it's more or less meant to be completely random and sporadic, but yeah. So I've gone down the sides of my nose just to make my nose look a bit more narrow, but I'll do that more when I do the rest of the colour here. But yeah, so I've got, occasionally I've got some of these harsh lines in, and yeah, but not symmetrical, even though these two looking slightly symmetrical. I might have to make that less symmetrical, but yeah, so I'm going to do my neck as well. So I'm going to take the pink, I think, and I'm just going to draw some more random, these are more liney, I think. So complete random squiggles and mess, basically. Right, so now I'm going to take the Snazaroo Clown White on its own again. I need to make sure it's really, really taint free, so it's like pure white. So there's nothing mixed with it at all. And the idea is to just do a few, not a huge amount, but some random stripes and swirls, and yeah. So random bits of white. And I've just have squiggle, circle, few lines. Yeah. Oh dear, I promise this will look like a look when it's done, hopefully. And I've just gone down my middle of my philtrum and down the sides of my nose, and I blended it in a little bit, so the bridge of my nose looks a bit more narrow. Yeah. I'm then going to take some yellow Snazaroo watercolour. The reason I'm using the watercolour is because it's going to go over my eyebrows and I want it to be a really thick colour. The rest of it's going to be done with eyeshadow, I think. So this is going to go in a specific shape. The idea is it follows the bridge of the nose, follows the shape of the eyebrow, goes over the eyebrow, and then sweeps downwards like that. So I'm going to colour in all but to there, I think. Yeah, so all of this here, this shape, on both sides. Actually, I really like that yellow, so I'm going to do. I'm going to take hardly any of the colour, hardly in the water, and just make it as thick as I can with this yellow. And I'm going to do random sweeps of it, I think, and then blend it out with the yellow colour, yellow eyeshadow, I think. Just going over the yellow here. So just before it dries, quickly blend it out with. I'm then going to take that deep jade colour, the same Barry M Dazzle Dust that I used a moment ago on the cheekbones, and I'm going to use that for my eye makeup. It doesn't matter too much about fallout because, yeah, I mean, look at it. So I'm going to take a really strong angle brush for this, and the idea is to go just under the eye and then just sweep it out like that. So I've just done both eyes there, a little bit quite quickly. Just again, remember, it doesn't have to be completely symmetrical, so don't try really hard to make it symmetrical. And then I'm going to do another sweep of colour up here and down the bridge of the nose. So I'm just taking that colour and I'm sweeping it into the yellow just to taper that colour off. I'm just going to make the blue on the underside a bit heavier, I think. Right, so for the lashes, I'm going to be using quite a few pairs. I mean, from the pictures, I think you can see 1, 2, 3, 4 pairs. So that's 8 lashes. I might not use that many, we'll see. But the first pair I'm going to use is a purple set of lashes that Sweep Right Out by Rimini, I think the company is. Not sure what the number is on them. I've had these for a while. But yeah, I'm going to use a set of these stuck facing downwards in the opposite direction. That's going to go along this line here. So the idea is they're going to go upside down but in the right direction. Yeah, so like, yeah, here. So if I just stick that to the line I've created with the blue, yeah, there we are. So then I'm going to take a pair of Stargazer Lashes. These, I've used these quite a lot now, so they're a bit old now, bless them, but these are, I'm not sure what number they're actually, they're in blue, they're quite large, number 6 apparently, in Stargazer, and I'm going to stick those on the underline of this blue side that I've drawn here, not joining on with this pair, so it's completely separate. So the right way up, as it were, so it's still flicking under, but like that. The lashes for the eyes, I'm going to use these beauties. These are again by Rimini. They are incredibly swoopy outwards, which, I mean, if you've watched my tutorials, I don't usually use lashes like these, but this look has them where they swoop outwards. I don't tend to use them because I think they'll make the eyes a bit droopy, but hey ho. So I'm going to stick these normal side up on my top lashes. There we are. So then I'm going to take some Snazaroo in bright pink, which is one of their sparkle colours, and I'm going to take an angle brush, but not too much water at all, because this is going to be for the new eyebrows that the look has. So I'm just going to draw these on. These I think probably have to be fairly symmetrical. I can't really tell from the photo because it's only sort of halfway on, but we'll see how it goes. So really, really big. Think pantomime dame. No real arch, just like swooped. So now I'm going to take my NYX Jumbo Pencil in 604, so they're milk colour, and I'm just going to line my, just underneath my eye between the lashes and my fluid line in white. Sorry, that bit didn't record. I just took a brush and brushed the top of my NYX Jumbo Pencil, took off most of the colour, and just swept it under the base of the eyebrow, the new eyebrow just here, just to give it a mini bit of highlighting in the centre. For the lips, I'm going to use a sleek lipstick in 787, which is Vixen, and I'm going to use my new favourite product, my Pout paint, also by Sleek. I've recently found out it's called Pin Up. Yeah, I was going to use a blue one as well, but that's not here yet. I've ordered it, and it's still not here. I'm dying to try it, but when it's here, I'll be sure to show you guys what it's like. And I'm going to be using the white Pout paint as well, because I just think this is going to be a really cool effect. We'll see. So the lip shape I'm going to go for is actually going to be fairly sensible. It's going to have a high Cupid's bow, like you'd think a villain type of thing. But other than that, it's going to be a reasonably full lip, but nothing too major considering the rest of this. Then just go in with, I've gone back in with the NYX Jumbo Pencil, and I'm just going to draw some lines on. It's not to correct it. The look actually has lines drawn on the outside of the lips, so not like all the way around, just in random places. So yeah. So I can then take my Pout paint, not a huge amount because a little of this stuff goes a long way. I'm just going to coat the entire of my lip. And then I'm going to take some of the white and just dab it in the middle. I'm just going to put a tiny bit of that blue eyeshadow in the corners of my lips as well. That's the Barry M colour, by the way, the Barry M Dazzle Dust that I've used on my eyes. Just put it in the corners of my lips. The hair is completely random and about my length, maybe a bit longer, but I'm literally just going to backcomb all of my hair so it's all standing on end and in random directions, and I'm going to spray it with greens and reds and yellows and random bits of hairspray colour, and stick multicoloured straws in, some of which I've sprayed with acrylic paints just to make them brighter, some of which are just already coloured. I'm not going to show you guys doing it because I think I need to go in a place where it's really ventilated to do this, but you can imagine it's just random and messy. Yeah. So that's it. As much as I would love to do more makeup, I think I would end up just adding more and more makeup on top of makeup, and that's pretty much what this look is anyway. So I chucked on a Criminal Damage, I think it is, rainbow stripy jumper, because I think the actual look is it's just the makeup, there's no top involved at all, but I don't want to be nude, so I'm not going to do that. And so yeah, so these are the straws stuck in my hair and the random colours that I have sprayed. Yeah, random again. Just shoved together, and it's got a ton of Tresemme Freeze Hold hairspray. That stuff will stop a bird in motion, trust me. Just sprayed into a load of backcombed and sprayed hair. That's it, that's my look. Oh, and I didn't put any mascara on because I want this whole area to be as light as possible. So, I mean, my eyelashes should hopefully be tinted ever so slightly white for the translucent powder. I usually take that off. I didn't this time. I wanted to see how white I can get the insides. Also, side note, sorry, I just popped in 2 really dark blue contact lenses. I just thought it looked really cool with the effect. Not that in the actual look they have contact lenses in, but I just thought it looked like really more mysterious and yeah, it ties in with the blue, but that's completely optional and up to you guys. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you like it, make sure to rate, comment, subscribe, the usual. And yeah, so until next time, bye! This is not going to be fun to take off. You know, I just realised my hair is like Kaplunk. Do you remember that game?